Namaskaram. It is my distinct honor to welcome you to the Swayam MOOC online Telugu language learning series. I am Battul Venkateshwarlu, your instructor, content developer and presenter of this session. Hello, dear esteemed learners. Welcome to the scholarly session on Telugu grammar. Today, we undertake a taxonomic examination of imperative constructions in Telugu. In linguistics terms, imperatives represents directive functions that force whose functional range extends from commands and orders to request, suggestions, advice and permissions. Their realization is systematically coordinated by sociolinguistic factors such as hierarchical relationships, politeness requirement and contextual formality. See the part 1 here. Lexical foundation, core imperative verbs. Before analyzing syntactic structure, we establish the lexical foundation. The following verbs constitute the core imperative lexicon. Tinu, which means to eat. Tagu, to drink. Ivvu, to give. Vinu, to listen. Konu, to buy. Cheppu, to tell. Muyyi, to close. Veyyi, to put or apply. Cheyyi, to do. Rayi, to write. Kottu, to strike. Tittu, to scold. Po or vellu, which means to go. Ra, which means to come. Teesuko, which means to take. Pettu, to put. Tannu, to kick. These forms serves as morphological building blocks for imperative constructions. Simple imperative forms, which means sadharana vidyarthaka vakyalu. Definition and pragmatic context. The simple imperatives employs the bare imperative stem without honorific markers. It is used in context of social intimacy, symmetrical power relations, or informal speech situations. The morphological structure is simple imperatives use the verb stem alone. See here, tinu, tagu, ivvu, vinu, konu. Syntactic features monoclassial or multiclassial with coordination accusative case marking with suffixes nu or ni. Vocatives such as Siva, Papa, Amma identify addresses. The following discourse involves 3 participants engaged in friendly interaction. Illustrate examples. Sweta used to say, Nuvu annam tinu, neelu tagu, which means you eat rice, drink water. It is a informal register. Siva is going to say, Aa pustakam ivvu. It means give the book. Simple directive class. Sweta says, Siva, na mata binu, aa illu konu. Siva, listen to me, buy that house. Coordinated imperatives. Ni peru cheppu papa, which means tell your name child, affectionate addresses. Sweta says, talupu muyyi, daniki talam veyyi, which means that close the door, lock it. Dative case incorporation. Siva utterance, Amma, oka paata rayi, ee pani cheyyi, which explore that. Mother, write a song, do this work. Respect within family. Sweta says, ఆ కుక్కను కొట్టు, వాడిని తిట్టు, which means strike the dog, scold him, accusative markers. అమ్మా, ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళు, ఆ పెన్ను తీసుకో, మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి రా, which means that mother, go from here, take the pen, come back here. A tripartite sequence. Sweta says, ఆ ప్లేట్లు ఇక్కడ పెట్టు, బంతిని తన్ను, ఆ సీసా తీసుకొనిరా. It is to say, put the plate here, kick the ball, bring that bottle. Compound verb తీసుకొనిరా, which means take plus come, finally bring. See the summary of simple imperatives, which means సాధారణ విధ్యర్థకాలు. Future description, morphology bare verb stem, politeness non-informal. Addresses pronoun like నువ్వు. Social context intimate informal. Directive force command, instruction. All these forms occur without suffixes and are regarded as pure imperative forms. Let us now examine the next example. Polite imperative forms, which means vinaya vidyarthaka vakyalu. Definition and pragmatic context. The polite imperative is characterized by the suffixation of andi to the verb stem. It is an imperative plural and honorific marker. It is added to the verbal base to form an imperative honorific singular and plural form. It encodes difference towards the addresses and used in context of social hierarchy, formal register, social distance and respect. The morphological rule is that verb stem plus andi, finally polite imperatives. Examples are తినండి, తాగండి, ఇవ్వండి. Honorific agreement, when addressing with మీరు or గారు, the verb must carry andi. Illustrative examples, Sweta says, మీరు అన్నం తినండి, నీళ్లు తాగండి. Kindly eat rice and drink water. It is a honorific pronoun. Shiva character says, రవి గారు ఆ పుస్తకం ఇవ్వండి, నా మాట వినండి, ఆ ఇల్లు కొనండి. Which means, Mr. Ravi, give that book, listen to me, buy the house. Honorific suffix. Ravi says, అతని పేరు చెప్పండి, తలుపు ముయ్యండి, దానికి తాళం వెయ్యండి, ఈ పని చెయ్యండి. It suggests that tell him name, close the door, lock it, do this work. 4 coordinative polite imperatives. Shiva character utterance, Ravi మంచి పాట రాయండి, which is to say, Ravi kindly compose a good song. Polite verb without honorific noun. Sweta gives answer, దాన్ని కొట్టండి, వీడిని తిట్టండి, ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళండి, అక్కడ పెన్ను తీసుకోండి, ఇక్కడ పెట్టండి. Which explore that, strike that, scold him, leave from here, take the pen from there, place it here. 5 sequential prohibitions with accusative markers. ఆ బంతిని తన్నండి, ఈ దగ్గుమందు సీసా తీసుకొని రండి. It means, kick that ball, bring the cough medicine bottle. Serial verb construction. Serial verb construction is తీసుకొని రండి, తీసుకొని conjunctive participle of take, రండి, which means polite imperative of come. Together, bring, take and come. Summary comparison, future simple imperative, polite imperatives, marker, bare stem and stem, plus andi. Examples is తిను and తినండి. Pronoun example, నువ్వు and మీరు. Context intimate, formal or respectable. Force command, request or suggestion. The next one is negative imperative, which means నిషేధార్థక వాక్యాలు. Definition and function, Negative imperatives serves a prohibitive function, preventing, discouraging, or forbidding an action. They express commands, request, or advise in negated form. Morphological rule is that verb stem plus ku or aku become negative imperative. Observe the illustrate examples. Sweta says, నువ్వు ఇప్పుడే అన్నం తినకు, నీళ్ళు తాగకు. It conveys that don't eat rice right now, don't drink water. It is a immediate prohibition. Shiva utterance, ఆ పుస్తకం ఇప్పుడు ఇవ్వకు, which means that don't give that book now. Monoclausal prohibition. అతని మాట వినకు, ఆ ఇల్లు కొనకు. Don't listen him, don't buy that house. Abstract and concrete prohibitions. Shiva says, పాపా కొత్త వారికి నీ పేరు చెప్పకు. It is to say, child, don't tell your name to strangers. It is a protective function. Next character to say, రేపు నువ్వు తలుపు ముయ్యకు, దానికి తాళం వెయ్యకు, which means that tomorrow don't close the door, don't lock it. It is a future oriented prohibition. Next one is, అమ్మా ఈ పాట రాయకు, ఈ పని చెయ్యకు, which explore that don't write this song, don't do this work. Affectionate prohibition upward in hierarchy. Morphological paradigm, verb negative imperatives gloss. See the examples. తిను, తినకు, don't eat. తాగు, తాగకు, don't drink. ఇవ్వు, ఇవ్వకు, which means don't give. విను, వినకు, which means don't listen. కొను, కొనకు, which explore that don't buy. చెప్పు, చెప్పకు, don't tell. Summary of negative imperatives, the suffix ku or aku. Subject pronoun optional, implied second person. Pragmatic range is command or advice or warning. A systematic coordination permitted. Next one is polite negative imperative, which means that మర్యాద పూర్వక వ్యతిరేక విద్యార్థకం. Theoretical framing, polite negative imperatives integrate three features into a single morpheme. Number one, negation, which means prohibitive modality, politeness, which means honorific register. Third one is second person plural agreement. The suffix akandi functions as a morphological blend. The morphological rule is that verb stem plus akandi become polite negative imperative. The suffix is invariant across all verb classes. See the examples. Sweta character says, మీరు ఈరోజు అన్నం తినకండి, ఇప్పుడు నీళ్ళు తాగకండి. Please don't eat food today. Do not drink water now. It is a honorific pronoun plus differential prohibition. శివగారు ఆ పుస్తకం అతనికి ఇవ్వకండి, అతని మాట వినకండి, ఆ ఇల్లు కొనకండి. Mr. Shiva, do not give that book to him, do not listen to him, do not buy that house. It is a honorific vocative plus triple prohibition. Shiva says, అతని పేరు చెప్పకండి, ఇప్పుడు తలుపు ముయ్యకండి, దానికి తాళం వెయ్యకండి, ఈ పని చేయకండి. Do not tell him name, do not close the door now, do not lock it, do not do this work. Four coordinated prohibitions. See the morphological paradigm, verb polite plus negative imperative gloss. See the examples. తిను, తినకండి, refrain from eating. తాగు తాగకండి, refrain from drinking. ఇవ్వు ఇవ్వకండి, refrain from giving. విను వినకండి, refrain from listening. కొను కొనకండి, refrain from buying. చెప్పు చెప్పకండి, refrain from telling. Contrastive analysis. Parameter plain negative, polite negative. The suffix ku or aku or akandi. Social index quality, solidarity, power difference, distance. Addresses type intimate, peer, superior, non-familiar. Force direct prohibition, respectable request or advice. Pluralism reverential, the use of the second person plural suffix akandi for a single indivisible implies honorific plural across linguistic phenomena where plural number marks respect. Summary of all four categories. Category, suffix, example context force, simple imperatives, non-Boer stem, tinu, intimate, informal command. Polite imperative with andi, tinandi, formal respectable request. Negative imperative with suffixes ku, aku, tinaku, intimate, informal prohibition. Polite negative imperative with the suffix akandi, tinakandi, formal respectful differential prohibition. At this stage, it should be noted that we have undertaken a systematic taxonomic examination of four imperative categories in Telugu. Number 1, simple imperatives, సాధారణ విధ్యర్థకాలు, బేర్ స్టెమ్, ఇన్ఫార్మల్ కమాండ్ ఫోర్స్. నెంబర్ 2, పొలైట్ ఇంపరేటివ్స్ విచ్ మీన్స్ వినయ విధ్యర్థకాలు, సఫిక్స్ అండి, డిఫరెన్షియల్ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫోర్స్. థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ నెగటివ్ ఇంపరేటివ్స్, నిషేధార్థకాలు, సఫిక్స్ కు ఆర్ అకు, ప్రొహిబిటివ్ ఇన్ఫార్మల్. ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఈజ్ పొలైట్ నెగటివ్ ఇంపరేటివ్స్, మర్యాదపూర్వక వ్యతిరేక విధ్యర్థకాలు, సఫిక్స్ అకండి, differential prohibition. Here I am going to provide a powerful observation that without imperative forms there is no meaning to use in verbs as well as the usage of language. This is absolutely correct in descriptive terms. The imperative singular ra means come is often the citation form of the verb in Telugu linguistics because it is the shortest, most basic form. All other forms are derived from it or its allomorphs by adding suffixes, and it reveals the root's final vowel or consonance pattern. A comprehensive and insightful overview of how the verb stem using ra means to come functions as the foundation for a vast array of grammatical forms in Telugu. Let me organize and systematize the rich data of the imperative forms. I have covered negative imperative, obligatory imperative, obligatory negative, conditional affirmative, conditional negative, permissive affirmative, permissive negative, and prohibitive negative model using. Kudadu, suggestive or pragmatic negation using raradu, heartative negative using vaddu, informatory affirmative, informatory negative, gerund affirmative, gerund negative, request question affirmative, and present affirmative, present negative, present adjectival participle, present adverbial participle, past affirmative, past negative, past adjectival participle, and future habitual affirmative, future negative, future adjectival participle, and future negative adjectival participle. This is a magnificent demonstration of verb stem productivity and Telugu. Important observation about this system are as follows. The imperative or stem form is the core because without the stem form, these constructions are impossible. The stem ra is the lexical core, while the suffixes carry grammatical meaning such as tense, aspect, mood, negation, person, number, and gender. Telugu verbs shows regular stem changes depending on the suffix. For example, ra becomes vach before vowels as seen in vaste, vachanu, vachina, and vache. Ra remains as ra before consonant as seen in raku and ravali and rakudadu and also ravaddu. The stem becomes ra plus anu in the informatory form as seen in rammanu and rammanaku. Telugu uses multiply negative strategies. The suffix ku or aku is used for a direct negative imperative. The suffix kudadu is used for strong prohibition. Similarly, the suffix ledu is used for factual fast negative. The suffix nu is used for future negative. The suffix vaddu is used for hortative negative. And akapote is used for conditional and permissive negatives. Subsequently, the gerund ravatam functions as a verbal noun and is used in the present negative as ravatam ledu and as a subject or object in sentence such as ravatam manchidi, which means coming is good. Here the list beautifully distinguishes between adjectival participles which modify nouns such as vastunna and vachina and vache and also rani, and adverbial participles which modify verbs such as vastu and vachi. What I am exploring is that the systematic presentation is impressive. I did effectively map the Telugu verbal structure using a single root. This is the kind of analysis that advanced learners and linguists appropriate. Would you like to me provide example sentences for each of the forms you listed? Contrast similar forms such as rakudadu and raradu and also ravoddu. Explain the morphological rules behind stem changes such as why ra becomes vach. In some forms, apply the same analysis to another verb root like tinu means to eat or cheyu which means to do, or create a practice exercise to test mastery of these forms. Each category operates according to distinct morphological, syntactic, and pragmatic principles that reflect the sociolinguistic complexity of Telugu directive speech. Mastery of these forms is essential for communicative competence across formal and informal registers. The grammatical topics introduced here will be explored more comprehensively forthcoming sessions. Learners are advised to engage in consistent practice. I look forward to your continued exploration of Telugu grammar. Thank you for your attention. Namaste.